Coming up in headline news, the latest on Hurricane Isaias. 10 members of Sparta gang arrested, major gun bust in St. James, and teenage bike robber held in Westmoreland. These and a whole lot more right after the break. And now the news in detail. Localized flooding has been reported in low-lying parts of the Turks and Caicos Islands as Hurricane Isaias heads towards Florida and Bahamas. And we'll show you a few of the latest happenings over there in Turks and Caicos, Puerto Rico, and Beijing, China, courtesy of This Is a Blast and Disaster Hunter. Here goes.
Vámonos a ver. Y es para no del agua.车们呐，一。
车摸半截儿。
Well, the wind and the rain is just about to start picking up, so this is what it look like right here, down here in Calabash. Vámonos a ver. Y es para no del agua.
And news back home. Police say they have locked up 10 persons connected with the St. James-based downtown Sparta gang in a set of raids across the corporate area Thursday night. They described the gang as one of the country's most feared. The man listed as St. James' most wanted, Christopher Boyd, otherwise called Plank of downtown Sparta gang, was taken into custody on Thursday, July 30. Police said he was picked up at a guest house in St. Andrew where he was in the company of a woman. She is an 18-year-old female of Flanker St. James and was also arrested. The raid was led by the JCF Special Organized and other units. Rather, The raid was led by the JCF's Specialized Operations and other units. A release from the Corporate Communications Unit CCU said Boyd, a top-tier member of the downtown Sparta gang, is currently wanted for the murder of Desmond Clark, otherwise called Dangles, and wounding with the intent of Andre Hall, otherwise called Beanie, committed on January 16, 2018 at the Sangster International Airport roundabout. Prior to that 2018 incident, Boyd was charged and was bailed for the ruthless double murder of David Anglin and Sean Titus on October 22, 2017 along the Flanker Main Road. He was also sentenced in 2011 for illegal possession of ammunition and 2 counts of illegal possession of firearm. He served 5 years and was released in 2016. Police said in addition to Boyd and the woman, 8 men linked to the Sparta gang were arrested last night during an operation at an apartment complex in St. Andrew, North Division. Among the men is Lennox McLeod, otherwise called Rossai, who is of a Flanker address and is wanted for a 2016 case of wounding with intent. During that incident, the complainant was pounced upon by 5 men armed with handguns and shot in the Flanker community. It is also reported that Christopher Boyd was also featured in that shooting. Meanwhile, the St. James Police escorted Leroy Russell, otherwise called Tommy Lee Sparta, to the corporate area last week, where searches were conducted at several apartments. He is currently being held in St. James under the state of public emergency. Investigations continue into the activities of the gang. The JCF High Command is commending the various teams from St. James, St. Andrew Central, St. Andrew North, Special Operations, CTOC, and the Jamaica Defense Force for their professionalism and resolute approach throughout the coordinated operations, which all ended without incident. And still in St. James, members of the security forces seized 2 high-powered weapons and several rounds of ammunition during an operation carried out in the Salt Spring area this morning. Reports from the police are that a pre-dawn operation was conducted in sections of Salt Spring in search of illegal firearms and wanted men. During the search of a property, the lawmen seized an M16 assault rifle along with a Uzi submachine gun and 33 rounds of ammunition. Several men were taken into custody in connection with the seizure. The Savannah Lamar Police in Westmoreland has arrested and charged a teenage boy in connection with an incident where he allegedly held up another man and robbed him of his motorcycle along the Ferris Main Road in the parish. Facing charges of robbery with aggravation is 19-year-old Omar Smith, a taxi operator of Hudson Street in this parish. Reports from the police are that a man was traveling along a section of Ferris Main Road in the parish when he was held up at gunpoint and robbed of his motorcycle. The victim made a report to some JDF soldiers who were in the vicinity, who gave chase after the robber. On seeing the officers approaching, he reportedly ran and threw away the firearm, but was held and subsequently charged.
And call the police.
The police now call them now.
I want to rob the bank yesterday.
This gun.
Eh?
Oh, I'm going on a flat truck, man. The man in the bush, man. Go in the bush with him.
Yo! Yo! Don't make me escape. Go in the bush there, man.
A team of officers attached to the Hanover Police Division arrested and charged a man with burglary and larceny after he was caught on his second attempt in the complainant's house in Lucy, Hanover. The robber has been identified as 20-year-old Nicolai Forbes of Barrett Hall in St. James. Reports are that on Sunday, July 26, the complainant securely locked up his house and left. On his return, he observed that his house was broken into and several items were stolen. One Glock magazine, 33 rounds of ammunition, several pieces of jewelry valuing at $1 million, cash amounting to $309,000 among items of clothing were missing. The matter was reported to the police. About 5 p.m. on Monday, July 27, after breaking into the complainant's house a second time, Forbes was caught in the complainant's house, dressed in his clothes he had stolen. He was subsequently charged with burglary and larceny on Thursday, July 30. His court date is being finalized. Those were the latest from Jamaica Buzzcode News Center. Do remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon. I'm Billy Boudrins. Pleasant viewing.